Oh, Vicky. Hey, what's up? Avery, let's go. Ah, well, everybody's asleep now, so I'm gonna leave the puppies alone. Turn off the light for them, and move on to the next room so I don't bother them too much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, much better. Much gooder. Nice. TV. I like TV. I wish I had time for TV. Oh, Jess, let's go. I gotta put some batteries in the charger. All right. I don't like this chair. This chair over it. Much gooder. All right. So what do we got going on? I have a hybrid. Blah 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 blah. Everybody, hello. Let's go. All right. So I have news for you guys. All everybody that's been following. Junie is coming back. We're getting our baby back. My very first official day at karate again. Ooh, let's go. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Do, 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 do. No, we're getting Junie back. And look, it didn't work out. When our dogs get adopted, sometimes it's not a good fit. And that's okay. That's all right. There's no pressure, there's no shame. They should not feel embarrassed. It's okay. If it's not a good fit, it's just not a good fit. But on the bright side, yes, Vicky, we are getting Junie back, and I am excited. My heart was broken when I put her on the transport and I sent her away. I She tried to reach for me. Little Junie tried to like grab me, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, baby, you have to go. But apparently, I don't know what happened. We're not gonna ask any questions. It just turns out the people that adopted Junie were not ready for her, and she wasn't ready for them, and they were not a very good fit. And now I'm like, oh well, it is what it is. Oh hey, what's up? Who is it? What's up with the wolf? I I don't the wolf. What wolf? I don't see one. What? Like behind me? Like where's the wolf? My karate coach really tried to tire me out today. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So how was the karate? Did you have a good time? Did you? Well, I imagine you did. But anyways, yeah, Junie's coming back, and everybody's excited. I'm excited. Um, Also, I cannot wait. I don't know when she'll be back, but as soon as she gets back, we're gonna have a welcome back live stream. So I'm excited for that. I'm very excited. Yeah, and anytime my puppies go away, my puppies get adopted, I miss them. And I think she's the second time around, like she already knows this place a little bit better. So, you know, she's gonna have she's gonna have a good time. So had a great time doing karate. Let's go. Man, I like karate. I like karate a lot. But yeah, that's the update. I learned something new, and my karate coach gave me some awesome news also. Whoa. What kind of news did you get? Ah, mm. Okay, so yeah, but I really cannot wait. I can't wait for Junie to come back. I miss my baby. I miss her so much. And I even miss my little wishbone. I don't know how this guy made it into the bedroom, but somehow he ended up in the bedroom. And that's okay. My ugly cat. Horrendous. Look at his face. You can't see it, but yeah, this cat's horrendous. It's one ugly, ugly cat. No, I miss them too. Remember Butter and Nacho and Mama Dog and Bootsy? Man, all the dogs. It's hard when they leave. Maybe I should spend more time with little Dogzilla. Not Dogzilla, yeah, Dogzilla too, but Wishbone. Got my little Wishbone over here. Ah, such a good boy. Oh, what a great guy. What a good boy. What a great boy. So he told me at the end of karate that I'll be getting two different shirts for karate. One that says, what is it, Gashin Jitsu on the back, and my other one I'll wear Wednesday. It will have a wolf on the back of it. Ooh, nice. I like wolves. I like wolves a lot. Looks. Yeah, you're here early. Oh, good boy. I have to go to a, what is it? Allergy doctor Tuesday. Ooh, what happened? What happened? What's is it urgent? Like I hope it's not urgent. What is this? Oh, let's go. Ain't no way I'm late. Nah, man. It's all good. What's going on? Okay. What's up, Zinks? I found myself appreciating the craft of eulogy more than I ever did. Oh, okay. So I'm finally checking out a creepypasta. Foster, can you show everyone the banner I created for you? The one that's on my channel. Oh, I can do that. It might be a little hard to see. Okay, let's see. Waiting for the Messiah. Come on, 666. You can't be calling me that. Mm. Waiting for the Messiah. Silly. Okay, let's look for Avery. Avery Ridge. What is it? Or at least the closest thing. You know what? Arise and walk out of my chat. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can stick around. I was just trying to be funny. Remember, because he tells the guy to he tells the paraplegic to get up and walk. That's the Arch project going, like Lee dogs and cats first. Ah, the Arch project. Who's money? My dad is what is it? Hemiplegic. Oh dang! What does that mean? Broken English today. Ah, well, we're getting little. We're getting little Junie back. Junie's coming back to the house. So I don't know. Oh hey, what's up, Luna the puppy? Let's go. Apologies, mentally. Yep. That's funny. It didn't register. Gotcha. No, I mean, wait, where was it? Junie's coming back. I don't know if you guys remember Junie, but she's coming back to the house. It's unfortunate because apparently it wasn't a good fit. The people that adopted her changed their minds, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? It's maybe they're not ready, maybe it's not the time. Whatever the case is, it's okay. We'll take Junie back. And personally, I like Junie. All jokes, what's on the agenda tonight? Well, I finally decided to check out Creepy Pasta, but we are not. I don't know if you guys are ready to switch over to the late night show. We don't have any puppies right now. They're all sleeping. So it's up to you guys. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, 666. I appreciate that they didn't dump her. You find the picture of your picture I drew? Yeah, let me check it. Yeah, I had to open another tab on YouTube and see if I can find it. Avery. What darnation? What darnation? Mm. I'm having some trouble finding your page, Avery. I do apologize for that. And hmm, hmm. I feel like you should be like in the top of the list. Hmm. Okay. I'm ready whenever. Oh, let's go, Zinks. If we can all keep it family friendly, that's great. That's what it's all about. Avery, Rich 6397. Okay. Okay. You said you made a post. I think it's this one right here. Oh, that's nice. Is it this one right here? I don't know how well you can see it, but uh it's, it's really hard to show it like through my computer. There's a terrible glare, Avery. But what it is it's a work of art. It was created with crayons, and it's my channel logo with formed with or created with pardon me, drawn with crayons, and it's beautiful. I love it. I'm really 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 happy about it. Happy with the way it came out. I can totally see that. It's very abstract, for sure. Was let illuminates your live. He said to let me know when. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Bring them over. Let's go. Okay. So, so if everybody's on board and you guys want to switch over to the late night show, we can do that. We can start starting now. So the late night show is pretty much we switch sides. I moderate and you guys pick the topics. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we talk about it. You guys can bring up a subject and I'll chime in. But this is mostly for the chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about it. So there's a caveat. We have to keep it family friendly, but that's all there is to it. All right, so let's begin. By the way, guys, I finally, after like 2 decades, I finally decided to check out the creepy pasta. And so far, I like what I see. They have like a feature story for the front page. And there's like top ranked famous creepypasta stories, submissions, and random story. A couple of stories here. If you guys want to read about, if you guys want me to go over the story, we can. You should check out the creepypasta of the boiled one. The boiled one. Do they have a search bar? Ooh, okay. The boiled one. Mm. Search results, boiled one. What? It's real? Is it about a guy on a boat? Because it says, I live alone in a houseboat on the. No, we're not doing this. We're doing this out. We're not doing this. Not today. Boiled egg. Pretty sure. Okay, well, let's check it out real quick and see if I can read at a higher level than the third grade. Well, let's see if this sounds familiar. I live alone in a houseboat on the bayou. Something's been tapping at the hole at night. Beings and entities, death, murders, blah, 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 blah. Oh, those are just like hashtags. Let's see. Yeah, let's continue. Whatever. How long is the story? Oh, he wrote a book. Dang. Dang. This person wrote a book on a website. Like my reading level is at like 5th grade. I can't read a whole page. Estimated reading time 18 minutes. Well, we'll stop and talk about it. Just end up speaking Spanish the whole time. Sí, abuelo. Voy a hablar español. I live alone in a houseboat on the bayou. Something's been tapping at the hole at night. Written by Jade Green. Okay, estimated reading time is 18 minutes. Okay, it's been about a month now that Kenny's been gone, 3 weeks and 5 days to be exact. The left in his pirogue one night just when he left in his pirogue one night just after sunset to go frogging and never came back. He went frogging and never came back. I'm guessing you go fishing for frogs. Whatever, dog. And the thing is, he never came back. Man just up and disappeared like a fart in the wind. Is this supposed to be horror or humor? He disappeared like a fart in the wind. Yikes. Big yikes. Ultra yikes. Turbo yikes. Now it's just me out here on the old houseboat alone. The law found the pirogue a week later, hung up on the cypress knee. No oar, no frogs, no Kenny. Just a dozen crushed up Budweiser cans and half a pack of Marlboro Reds. Only thing is, Kenny didn't smoke. They had it towed back in, and I haven't seen the damn thing since. Kept it for evidence, Sheriff Landry said. So now I'm stuck out here unless I want to trudge through the 50 miles or so of isolated swampland, and Kenny left with one good pair of rubber boots. So Kenny left with a one good pair of rubber boots. Wow, does this sound familiar? Don't worry, they just try and lighten the mood before it gets serious. Is this the correct one though? Am I reading the correct story? Zinks. Eric says, "Do I like tortas?" Of course, I like them. I not only do I like them, I eat them. They are my favorites. Thank you. And then Rasputin. Not sure what you're getting at with Rasputin, but Let's go. And then two time, he is random, but I love how I'm over here playing PJSK while listening to the stream. Oh, let's go two time. Yeah, if you just want to listen, that's perfectly fine. So the so far Kenny, he went looking for frogs, and he um he took with him the only pair of boots. Unfortunately, he didn't come back. The sheriff says he's gonna keep the evidence. That's what we know so far. Mm. What did what did I miss? And Kenny left with the one good pair of rubber boots we had. Search only went on for a couple of more days after that. No avail. Of course, after that much time in the bog, you don't expect to find a body, at least not intact. Wow, at least not intact. They called it off on the 1st of October. My husband, Kenny, uh, was it three? And they gave him a horrible French name, Thib Thibodeau, or Thibodeau, honk 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 honk, Thibodeau. I can't pronounce. Okay, Kenny. I'm just gonna call. It's his name is Kenny. I don't have to say the last name. Oh, pasta. Okay, presumed dead, but still officially considered a missing person. Some said the Gators must have gotten him. I can't stand that they're using vernacular. They're using vernacular in written form. Ah, it's so pretentious. Like I get it. You're an everyday man. You're just like me. Got it. But just write in plain English. English is hard enough. Why can't you just write a daggum story and all right, whatever. Okay, so wondering if maybe the alligators got her. Okay, hell, I ain't stupid. I know exactly what they all whispered about me. It's all damn shit they've been saying since I was a youngin. Jezebel, Putain, Swamp Witch. Ha! Let 'em keep talking. Don't bother me none. Not anymore. You gotta have a real thick skin out in the bayou, or you'll get tore up from the floor up. Me? I can hold my own, but no one comes around here anymore. Not since Kenny's been gone. Up until a few nights ago, that is. Advertisements. I was in the galley deheading a batch of shrimp to fry up when I heard it. Tap, tap. No. I froze with the knife in my hand. Wouldn't expect visitors. Phone never rang. Maybe Landry was poking around with more questions again. I think Landry's the sheriff. I set the knife down onto the counter next to the bowl, then crept over to the front window and to peek out. As I squinted through the dense blackness of the night, I saw something out of the deck. Was the faint outline of a large figure standing at the edge. But it wouldn't the sheriff. It wouldn't the sheriff. It wasn't the it wasn't the sheriff. It wasn't the sheriff. The sheriff. Why am I not speaking properly? It wasn't the sheriff. Tap, tap, tap. The sound pulsed through the floorboards beneath my feet, sharp, like the edge of a knuckle hitting a hollow door. I lifted the knife, shrimp guts still dripping from the edge of the blade. Then I took a deep breath and flipped the deck light on. Nothing. I paused for a moment, scanning what little area was illuminated by the dim, flickering yellow light. No boats, no critters, no large dark figures, just a cacophony of cicadas screaming into the void. Oh, uh, big advertisement, screaming into the void, and the glimmering eyes of all the frogs Kenny never caught. Oh, that's sad. I shut the light back off and threw the curtains closed. What is it, Maisla? My mind was playing tricks on me. At least that's what I thought. At the time, must have just been a log bumping into the pontoons. I shrugged. I shrugged it off and went back to the shrimp. Deveined, cleaned, and battered. I chucked the shrimp heads out the galley. Out the galley window for the catfish. Then sat down and had myself a good supper. Once I picked up the mess and saved the dishes, I went off to get washed up before bed. After I settled under the covers, I started thinking about Kenny. Dang, that's sad. He wasn't a bad man. Not really. Sure, he was a rough around the edges Kuyan with a mean streak like a water moccasin when he got to drinking, but he meant well. I turned over and stared at the empty side of the bed, listening to the toads sing me to sleep. The light of the next mo- the light of the next morning cut through the cabin window like a fillet knife through a why did it, French phrase. I dragged myself up and threw on a pot of coffee, French roast. I had a feeling I need the kick in the ass that day. Okay. I sat on the front deck, sipping and gazing out into the morning mist when I heard the unmistakable sound of an outboard approaching. I leaned forward. It was Sheriff Landry. He pulled his boat up along starboard and shut the engine off. I think starboard means right, and then port means left. Yeah, I hope nothing's living under the house. Hello, by the way, I'm new. Oh, hello, Danielle. Let's go. Welcome to the live stream. Um, Sorry, you're gonna listen to me read with my fifth grade level of reading comprehension. Hey, Cherry, how are you holding up? I'm doing all right. How's your mom and them? Oh, just fine, he chuckled. Mind if I get down for a second? Just got a couple more questions for you. Alans, I said, gesturing for him to come aboard. Let me get you a cup of coffee. No, no, that's okay. I already had my fill this morning. I nodded. He stepped onto the deck and his hands resting on his belt and shuffled toward me, his boots click clacking against the brittle wood. Okay, the sheriff has boarded the boat. Now, I'm not one to pry into the personal affairs between a husband and a wife, but since this is still an ongoing investigation, I gotta ask, how was your relationship with Kenny? I took a long sip, then sat the mug down. Suppose it was like any other, I guess. Did you two ever fight? Sometimes, I shrugged. He paused for a beat, then spat out his wad of dip into the water. Were you all fighting the night he came up missing? Not that I recall. Not that you recall. Hmm. Well, I know one thing, he said, turning to look out the water. There's something fishy about all this. Pause. I can't stand. It's funny, but he used a pun on a bayou. What are we doing here? uh, there's something fishy about all this. Man didn't just disappear. Something must have happened to him. I took a deep breath. Sheriff, I want to know where he's at just as much as y'all do. That's so? He smiled, and I folded my arms in front of me. Funny thing is, Mrs. French name, you ain't cried once since Kenny been gone. Kenny's been gone. A cool breeze kicked up just then, sending the knotted up seashells and bones I used as wind chimes clanging together. He looked over at it with a hairy eyeball. I hate these expressions, guys. Oh, Goon Stomper, let's go. How much I wish to make dark humor jokes. No, hold it into time. This is a family friendly show. With all due respect, Landry, I do I do my crying alone. Now, can I get back to my coffee? A lot to do today. Always something needs fixing on this old houseboat. Okay, there's a take the test. No, I'm not taking the test. Get out of here. He tipped his hat and shot another stream of orange spit over the side of the deck, then got back in his boat and took off. They flew by after that, between baiting and throwing out the throt lines, setting up crab traps, and replacing a rotten deckboard. I already had my hands full. But then when I went to scrape the algae off the sides of the pontoons, I found a damn leak that needed patching. Okay? There was a small hole in the one sitting right under the galley, looking like something sharp poked through it. Too sharp to be a log. Maybe a snapping turtle got a hold of it. I thought, ain't never seen one bite clean through my metal before, though. Before I knew it, the sun was going down, and it was time to start seeing about fixing summer. Blah. English, please. English. Before I knew it, the sun was going down, and it was time to start seeing about fixing supper. Now crabs, no crabs, but when I checked my lines, I'd snag me a catfish. After I dumped the can of tomatoes into the cast iron, I put a pot of rice cooking to go with my that word. I was in the middle of filleting the catfish when I heard it again. Tap. I jerked forward, slicing a deep gash into my thumb in the process. What is it? Murd. God damn it to hell. It was damn near down to the bone. I grabbed a dish rag and pressed it tight against my gushing wound, holding my hands over the sink. The blood seeped right through. Drops of red slammed down again against the white porcelain, with urgency splatting as they landed. Tap, tap, tap. I winced when I raised my head to look out the galley window, nothing but frog eyes shining through the night. When in the F is that noise? I mean, what in the F is that noise? I shouted angrily to an empty room. Just crickets. The frogs didn't have bad word to say that time. The word is shit. That's not a terrible bad word. She said, just crickets. The frogs didn't have shit to say that time. I checked the front deck, of course, but wouldn't nobody out there. Then I hurried over to the head to get the first aid kit, bleeding like a pig and cussing up the storm the whole way. Okay, I'm getting really lost. I can't, well, I can read, I promise, but maybe, oh, sadly, my dad, mm, welcome back, Vicky. Okay, here's the thing. There's so much vernacular in this story that it's quite difficult to understand or read. This paragraph alone, it says, "I checked the front deck, of course, but wouldn't nobody out there. Then I hurried hurried over to the head. The head is the bathroom to get the first aid kit, bleeding like a pig and cussing up a storm the whole way. Once I cleaned and bandaged my cut, I went back into the galley, determined to finish cooking." Okay, so she's cooking and she cut her hand open. Yikes. Turbo yikes. I threw the catfish guts out the galley window, ate my fill, then went to bed. Didn't hear it again that night. Ain't nothing I could do about it right then anyway. Kenny left with a good flashlight. Kenny took everything. He took the good pair of boots. He took the flashlight. Well, that gummit. Kenny is a selfish prick. We have a sonnet is back. Yes. Okay. Kenny left with a good flashlight. I was just gonna have to investigate that damn noise in the daytime. It had to be something down there in the water tapping at the hole. The next morning I woke up to my thumb throbbing. Felt like it was about to pop right open. When I changed the bandage, let me tell you, it was nasty. Redder than a boiled crawfish and oozing yellowish green pus from the chunk of meat I cut out of myself. The catfish slime had worked its way into my blood, and it lit up my whole hand like it was on fire. Well, she should have washed her hand. That was really dumb. Damn, must have not cleaned it good. I called it. I just said that. She should have washed her hand. And she's like, and now she's like, damn, must have not cleaned it good. Well, of course, you cut yourself, you clean the injury. That gum. I scrubbed the whole hand with Dawn, doused the gash with more rubbing alcohol, then wrapped it back up with a gauze and tape. Didn't have much more time to tend to it. I had shit to do. She had shit to do. First order of business after my coffee, of course, was checking the traps and lines. The air smelled like a storm coming. Deep freezer was getting low on stock, and I was running out of time. A cold spell was ripping through the bayou, and winter was right on its ASS. I blurred some ZZ Top while I started hauling in. One by one, I brought up an empty trap still set with bait. It seemed only the tiny nibblers of the basin had been interested in the rotten chicken legs until I pulled up the last trap, the one set closest to the galley window. Damn thing was mangled. I'm talking beat like hell. Something had tore clean through the metal caging, ripping it open and snatching the bait from the inside. I slammed the ruined trap onto the deck in frustration. Damn gators, mother effers. That it literally says that. It says mother. It's just curse word. I started down the tangled mess of rusted metal. Maybe that's what's been knocking around there, I thought, yelling a canal overgrown reptile effing up my traps and thieving my bait. Still, something was growing. It was gnawing at me. The taps. They seemed to be measured, too methodical, and always in sets of three. Gators. Well, they can't count for us as far as I'm aware. Here's another problem with these stories, with the storytelling. All right? There's very good technical writing combined with vernacular, with what do you call it, slang? No, that is slang. Yeah, so vernacular and very complicated terminologies all in one make it very difficult to digest. I mean, anyways, had a little more luck on the trot lines, not by much, though. A couple of fiddlers, another good sized blue cat, and a big stupid gar that got itself tangled up and made a mess of a half the line. Had to cut him loose and lost, but 50 feet, about 50 feet. The bastard thrashed so hard he just about broke my wrist, teeth gnashing and snapping like a goddamn bear trap. Okay. Of course, my thumb was screaming after that, but I didn't have time to stop. I threw the catch into the ice chest and rebaited the rest of the line I had left. After that, it was time to figure out once and for all just what the hell was making the racket under the hull. I went around to the back and started looking there, nothing loose, nothing out of place. I leaned forward to look over the side. Then I heard a loud splash. I snapped back upright. The sound had come from around the other side of the houseboat. I ran back through the cabin out onto the front deck. Oh, for Christ's sake. Ice chest lid was wide open. Water splattered all over the deck. I approached slowly and looked inside. Fiddlers were still flapping at the bottom. But that big blue cat gone. Damn thing must have flapped itself out and back into the water. Lucky son of a bitch. No use in crying about it, though I was just going to have time to do with what I had left. I closed the lid back and I shoved the ice chest further from the edge with my foot. When I did, I noticed something. On the side of on that side was closest to the water, there was something smeared across it. I blinked. It was a muddy handprint, a big one, too big to have been mine. Maze guarded the dawn. Is that it's French. I'm not gonna try to read that. I bent down to look closer. It wasn't an old dried up print. It was fresh, wet, slimy, still dripping. My heart dropped. I slowly stood back up and looked out the water. First tapping, now this. Something or somebody was messing with me, and they done picked the wrong one. Okay. Guys, do we chuck this up to like TLDR and just like yes, we just want to like skip to the ending and see how this ended, what it turned out to be? Just check under your bed. I should have. I could check under my bed. I went inside and grabbed the salt. Then I stomped back out and started at one end, pouring until I had a thick line of it all across the border of the deck. Now trust that, mother effer. I folded my arms across my chest. Bayou was still, air was silent and heavy. Sun began to shift, peaking just above the tree line and painting the water with an orange glow. For about another hour, I searched the houseboat left, right, up, and down. Never found nothing that would explain the tapping, though I dragged the ice chest inside to start cleaning the fish just as the nighttime critters started up their song. Okay, another night, another critter. Figure I could get most of the fiddlers by frying them with some French word. So I started boiling my grease while I battered the strips of fish. My thumb was pulsing like a heartbeat by then, and the gauze was an ugly reddish brown. Looking forward to unwrapping it. That's when I realized I hadn't heard the taps yet. Maybe the salt had fixed it. Maybe it had been a bayou spirit coming to taunt me. Some tie looking to make trouble. Shit, maybe it was Kushma or the Rougarou. Swamp ain't got no shortage of boogeymen. Okay. I tried to shrug it off and finish fixing supper, but the anticipation of hearing those taps kept me tense like a mooring line during a hurricane, ready to snap at any moment. The absence of them was almost just as unsettling. By the time the food was ready, I could barely eat. That night, I laid there in the darkness and waited for them. Breath held, mind racing, heart thumping. They never came. Sleep didn't find me easy. I was up half the damn night, tossing and turning, trying to forget about it. The thoughts were eating me alive, and my body was stuck with fever. Sweat seeped out from every pore, soaking my hair and burning my eyes. And my thumb hurt so bad, I was about ready to get up and cut the damn thing off her finger. She was gonna cut her under a goon underneath. There's being autocorrect. You think we're gonna find a goon underneath? Okay, it's a lot of advertisement. The whole hand was swollen and starting to turn purple near the thumb. I hobbled over to the head, trembling. As soon as I unwrapped the gauze, the smell of rot hit the air instantly. The edges of my wound had turned black, and green ooze cracked through the thick crust of yellow every time I moved. It was gonna need something stronger than alcohol, but I couldn't afford no doctor. I went over to the closest closet, grabbed the hurricane lamp, and carried it back to the head with me. Carefully, I unscrewed the top, bit down on a rag, then poured the kerosene over my hand, dousing the wound. It fizzled up like a coke on a battery when it hits the scab. As it mixed with the pus and blood, it let out a hiss, the infection being drawn out. Well, that's brave. Using kerosene to cure yourself. I don't recommend it. Dang, autocorrect, yes. Might smile at you. We're not gonna find a goon down there. Come on. The gooners are not real. They don't exist. What do you mean we're gonna find a goo? At least the taps seem to be gone for now, and I could focus on handling my business. Goes without saying, didn't need the coffee that morning, so I got myself dressed and headed out the front to start my day. So she lives in a boat, she fishes every day, and just kinda stuck my struck me as funny. I got you, Vicky. Bulldog, let's go. Welcome to the live stream. And then, hey, XDS, let's go. I took a deep breath, pulling the thick swamp air into my lungs. It didn't settle right. I scrunched my eyebrows. There was a there was a smell to it, an odor that didn't belong, something unnatural. Couldn't quite put my finger on what exactly it was, but I knew it wouldn't right. It wasn't right. That's for damn sure. Salt line was left untouched, though least my barrier was working. Bent down to pull in the trot line, and just before I got my hands on it, a bubble popped up from the water, just under where I was standing, a huge one, and then another one, and another one. Each bubble was bigger than the last, like something breathing down there. As they popped, a stench crept up the air, hitting me like in the face like a sack of potatoes. The smell. Okay, I think they're implying that whatever beast or creature or monster or swamp monster is underneath the swamp, it's likely that he's farting. That's what I'm getting out of this. There's bubbles coming out of the water, and she's looking at the water, and the bubbles keep popping up, and she even claims that it's got a horrible smell. So that's, yeah, likely this is a fart joke. Is this a story? Just an elaborate long fart joke? Because I feel like that's very lowbrow. Another French phrase. Pouiller la croix. It was worse than a month's old dead crawfish pulled out the mud. So thick I could taste it crawling down my throat. I backed away from the edge of the deck, covering my face with my good hand. Then the damn phone rang, shattering the silence and making me just about ish. The bubbles stopped. I stared at the water for a second. Smells still lingered. The pungent musk of rot mixed with filth after the fourth ring. I rushed inside to shut the phone up. Hello? I breathed, more as an exasperated statement rather than a greeting. Sherry, an old crackly throated voice said, "Oh, hey there, Mrs. Maggie. How you doing?" "I'm making it." "All right, child." "Hey, listen, Kenny around?" I sighed. "No, Maggie. He's still missing." "Oh, shoot. Well, tell him I need some help with my mooring line when he gets back in. Damn thing's about to come undone." That's so funny. I was talking to this girl on the Snap until I realized she was doing witchcraft. Oh, dang. Be careful with that. Uh, okay, so Kenny's missing, and he's been missing for days. And an old lady, Mrs. Maggie, called. She's been openly told that he's still missing. And she's like, well, when they find him, tell them that I need help with my fishing lines. That's pretty funny. I thought it was funny because she doesn't care that he's a missing person. She's like, she only cares about herself. She's like, yeah, well, if you find him, tell him that I need help, you know? Okay, I'll let him know. You take care now. Bye bye. I hung up the phone, shaking my head. Maggie Wellers was the old lady that lived up the river from me. Ever since old Mr. Wellers dropped dead of a heart attack last year, Maggie's been, as well as we call down here, patois. Poor thing only had a handful of thoughts left rattling around the head of hers. Grief took the rest. Grief took the rest. The loss of her husband was just too much for her. Bless her heart. Her son Michael had been a past lover of mine. T. Mike, they called him. He and I saw each other for a while back in high school, till he up and disappeared too. After graduation, he took off down the road, and ain't no one seen him since. I guess I got a habit of losing men to the bayou. Me neither. That's why I stopped. Oh, let's go, dude. Yeah, don't be messing with witchcraft. It's never a good idea. So she made another guy disappear in the past. Me and Maggie stayed in touch over the years. Couldn't help but feel an obligation. She was just trying to hold on to whatever piece of her boy she had left. Kenny even started helping her out with things around the houseboat. Once all Wellers kicked the bucket, looked like now we both be fending for ourselves from here on out. By the time I got back to the trot lines, the sink had almost dissipated. My thumb was still tender, but the pain resin had sealed. What is it? The pine resin had sealed it and took the sting out. Enough playing around. Time to fill up the ice chest. I went to pull out the line, but it didn't budge. Okay, are we gonna find out what's knocking on the boat? WTF? Maybe it wasn't snagged on a log. I yanked again hard and nothing. Almost felt like the damn line was pulling back. Maybe I'd hooked something too big to haul in. I planted my feet, wrapped the line around my hands twice, and ripped it out with all my might. Suddenly the line gave away and went tumbling backwards onto the deck. I landed hard on my tailbone, sending a shockwave up my spine like a bolt of lightning. When I lifted my head up and looked over at the line, I slammed my fist onto the wood planks and cursed into the wind. My voice echoed through the basin, sending the egrets up into flight. Guessing those are birds. Every single hook was empty. All my bait was gone, taken. The little bit of line I had left had snapped, leaving me only with about 4 feet's worth. Effing useless. The bayou was testing me at every turn. I almost didn't want to get up. I might just lie there, close my eyes, and let it take me. Couldn't do that, though. I still had ish to do. I took a deep breath, pulled myself back up onto my feet, and flung the ruined line into the water. I went out the back deck, praying for crabs. only had four traps left, and I'd be doing real good to catch two or three in each one. Water was a little warmer than it had been in the past week or so. I had high hopes, should have known better. Okay, she didn't catch anything. Good to go. Empty, ripped apart, and shredded all to hell. Every single goddamn one of them. Didn't even holler that time. I laughed. I threw my head back and I crackled into the face of the swamp. The turtles shot into the water. The cicadas screamed. The bullfrogs began to bellow. The toads started to sing, and the symphony of a thousand crickets vibrated through the cypress trees. Then the bayou suddenly felt silent. Three taps. I about jumped right out of my skin, and then a fiery rage tore through my body like a jolt of electricity. I stumped back three times with the heel of my foot slamming it down against the back so hard it nearly cracked the brittle wood holding me up. Oh yeah? I can do it too, mother effer. Now what? I was infuriated. I stood there, breathing heavy, fists balled up, just waiting for it to enter me. Seconds passed, then I heard it again. But it, come back. But it was further away this time, toward the back of the house. Goddamn son bitch. It's on the move. And then the thought dawned on me. Maybe it wouldn't come in from underneath like I thought. Maybe it was coming from the inside the house. I ran in like a wild woman and started tossing shit around and tearing up the whole place, looking for whatever the F was tapping at me. Damn nutria rat. A possum done crawled up and got itself stuck somewhere. Who knows? Didn't matter what kind of swamp critter it was. When I found it, I was gonna kill it. More taps. I pulled everything out the cabinets and then pantry. I cleared out the closets under the bed. I flipped the sofa and Kenny's recliner. Each time rang out. It was coming from a different spot in the house. I was about ready to get the hammer and start ripping up the floorboards. But by that time, the sun was gonna be setting down or setting soon. I wasted a whole another day with this bullshit, and I was still no closer to finding the source of the incessant racket. Last, my thumb wouldn't bother. What is it? Wouldn't bothering me no more. Okay, at least the thumb was okay. It's been like over half an hour, and I'm even gonna lie. This is yeah. You let me read all of this. You let me read all of this. Zinks, what are we doing here, bro? You let me read all of that, and now you're telling me that this is not the right one? Okay, it's the triple six. I'll be back. Someone knocking my door. Okay, yikes. Yeah, we have Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. You got me. This dude- what? Yeah, it's been a long while. Hey, Miles, let's go. Then Sun 8. Yeah. I got. Bro, Zinx, you waited until now to tell me, you know what? On second thought, that's not the one. You know what? We are committing to this. I gave up on my search for the night and went to the deep freezer. Only one pack of shrimp left and a bag of fish heads for bait. I pulled both out to start thawing. Thawing. With my trot line, I ruined all my traps, torn to pieces. I needed to go out and set up a few jug lines so I'd have something to eat the next day. Wouldn't gonna be much, but a couple of fiddlers better than nothing. About an hour had passed with no tapping, but I knew it wouldn't really. Dang. Commercial advertisement. About an hour had passed with no tapping, but I knew it wouldn't really gone. My heart was pounding, something fierce, and I couldn't take the silence no more. I turned on the radio and I started blasting Creedence Clearwater Revival through the speakers while I was gathering up some empty jugs and fashioned. What's going on? What is going on? Yo, but I can't even click out of this thing. The F. Yo. Okay, well, guys, we have reached an impasse. Okay, what did you eat for dinner last night? Well, I TP for my. What is going on with all these names? It's been it has been interesting so far. So yes, please finish it. Sweet. Um, hold on, I gotta reset because there's an unskippable advertisement. Ah, well, I broke the website. I done broke the website, guys. Um, uh-oh, it's my whole computer. Ah, I can't stand that thing. Dump the fishes, load it on there. Okay, dump the fish heads into the bucket. Okay, sauce, blah 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 blah. Hold on, guys. I lost my place because there was this annoying advertisement. You're kidding me. Okay, hold on. What in tarnation? Okay, I'm gonna start right here and just finish it out. We're already here. We might as well. No, Lex. Hush. No. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Darn kitty. Like he comes in the room and he just makes a he starts banging the drums. We don't have time for that. I decided to start supper first. By then, my stomach was growling at me like a hound dog. I put a pot of grits cooking, then went down the pantry to get a can of tomatoes to throw in there, too. List I had plenty of dry goods on hand, and Kenny's last bottle of Jack. I bobbed my head to some Skinner while I drank from the bottle and I stirred the grits. I tried to ignored it, but I could feel those taps start vibrating up from the floorboard through my feet while I was cleaning the shrimp. Okay. After I seasoned them, I to okay, put them to simmering in some saucepan with the tomatoes and some minced garlic. Then I turned the fire off the grits and covered the pot. Okay, she's cooking. I dumped the fish. Okay, as soon as I stepped on the deck. Okay, hold on. Then I went out front to set the jug lines. As soon as I stepped out onto the deck, something stopped me in my tracks. The salt line had been broke, a huge, muddy, wet smear draped across it. About halfway up my door, my heart sunk, and then I heard a noise, but it wasn't the it wasn't the taps. This time it was different. A hiss. I slowly turned. There was something hanging onto the side of my boat, peering just over the edge from the water. I dropped the bucket of fish heads on the deck, and the blood splattered across my bare legs. It was Kenny. Well, there you have it, guys. This whole time, yeah, he wants to play Vicky, but he's just gonna make a bunch of noise and then run away. No, it wasn't a snake. It was Kenny. Kenny came back to life. Only it wasn't. His eyes pierced through the night like two shiny copper pennies. His skin was dark, muddy green, completely covered in hundreds of tiny bumps and ridges. Long yellow nails extended from his short, thick fingers, curling to the sharp point of the ends. Curling, what? Curling to a sharp point at the ends. They dug deep into the wood, tiny splinters peeling around them as he clung to the side of the houseboat. No, I whispered. Fila de putain. Oh, son of a. Okay, it's a curse. It's French. It's you, Kenny. I recoiled into a violent snap, slithering into the black water with a loud splash. The wave rocked the houseboat, nearly tipping me over the edge. I ran back inside, slamming the door shut and locking it behind me. My chest heaved as I gasped for air. There was no mistaking it. He'd come back. My eyes shot across the galley. I needed a weapon. Fucking stop it, Kenny. Right as I got my hand on the knife, the houseboat began to shift, like something trying to pull down one side, and the damn thing went flying. Out of my hand, I stumped forward and grabbed onto the kitchen counter as the whole boat slowly started to tilt toward starboard. The cabinets flew open and my Tupperware scattered all across the floor. Food went sliding off the stove, and the bottle of Jack hit the ground and shattered. The mother effer was trying to sink me. I opened up the gallery window and shrieked, "Get the hell out of my boat, you goddamn queen!" A hand shot up from the darkness, wrapping its slimy, thick fingers around the pane of my window. Those yellow claws sunk deep into the wood below, like a hot knife in butter. I swallowed hard. He wouldn't trying to pull me down. He was trying to come inside. The boat slammed back down as he shut up from the murky swamp and lunged through the window. I was thrown backward into the mess of hot grids and glass, knocking my head against the floor. In a split second, he was right on top of me. My husband, Kenny, now a monster, a reptilian abomination, a grotesque mixture of man and beast, both but neither. The swamp had taken him. I wrapped his massive slimy fingers around my throat. No, he wrapped his massive slimy fingers around my throat, poking his claws into the skin. Then he leaned in closer. My heart flopped into my chest like a brim caught in a bucket. He was cold, he was angry, and he was hungry. Slowly, the corners of his mouth pulled back into a smile, revealing a row of razor sharp teeth dripping with black sludge. That smell, his hot breath, hit me like an oven as he opened his mouth to hiss, "Hey, Cherry, did you miss me?" His grip around my neck began to tighten. I could feel the blood starting to drain from my face. This was it. He was gonna kill me. I turned away. I didn't want his ravenous gaze to be the last thing I saw before I left this world. I did. I noticed the knife sitting there on the floor, right next to me. I smiled, then turned back to look straight into the orange glow of his copper penny eyes. I slowly reached my arm out, wrapped my fingers around the handle, then choked out. Choked out. "Yeah, Kenny, I was hoping you'd come back soon." It's been about a month now that Kenny's been gone. Such a shame that they never found him. Got a freezer full of meat now, though, good enough to last all winter. About time for Sheriff Landry to bring back my damn pyrogue. Ain't no evidence left to find. Besides, I'm gonna have to make a trip into town, running low on cigarettes. Might as well try and find me a new man down there, too, while I'm at it. Always something on this old houseboat needing fixing. And hell, would you look at that? It's almost Halloween. Almost. I'll pick me up a witch hat and a new broom at the dollar store. That oughta be festive. All in all, ain't too bad out here in the swamp. But even once in a while, when the bayou is still and the frogs are quiet, I can still hear the faintest little tap, tap, tap. So I guess she. Oh yeah, she ran away, but she ate him, put him in a freezer. Did I miss something? Is my reading comprehension ever going to improve? It's been a month now, and Kenny's been gone. Such a shame they never found him. I smiled and turned back to look straight into the orange penny eyes. I slowly reached my arm out, wrapped my fingers around the handle, then choked out. Oh, wow. I guess in the end, she kills him and puts him in the refrigerator. Huh. Practice makes perfect. Keep reading these stories and you're gonna be Shakespeare's pretty soon. Well, guys, that was my rendition of the story as I understood it. Um, guess Kenny went fishing for frogs. He went frogging. and I guess he never came back. He finally came back as a monster. She killed him, put him in a freezer, and yeah, that is that is absolutely messed up. I did not see that coming. I thought maybe he was gonna eat her, and that would be the end of that. But plot twist. Oh, it's the story of Sherry and her husband on a houseboat in the bayou. The husband goes missing. He torments her. He comes back from the dead. He torments her. It culminates into a final fight. The husband comes back from the dead. I guess he actually died. He comes back and he hops on the boat, the houseboat, and they have a final confrontation. And she kills the husband, coming the dead husband. He re-kills him, double kills him. Is that a double kill? Maybe, I don't know. But she kills him again for a second time and then stuffs him into a deep freezer. And I think she intends to eat the remains, the carcass. Boss fight. A horror story ended with a boss fight. Yo, Zinks. Zinks, I'm going to remember this. You waited until I was two-thirds of the story in, and then you finally said something. You finally said, wait a minute, this isn't the story I read. Thanks for shout on the show. Oh, thanks for the shout out on the shorts. Oh, let's go, Vicky. I did that for you guys. Yeah, this was a grotesque story written by Jade Green. It's he posted it on Creepypasta. What a bizarre story. Ensuring nothing goes to waste. He's a very sensible individual, very frugal. I said in the beginning too, I'm like, I don't remember a boat in the story, just kept going and going, and it became even more clear. This wasn't the story. Ah, is the story shorter? Ah, absolutely, Vicky. Always thinking of you guys. I wasn't going to live stream yesterday. I knew that. So I decided to end the night by making a short for you guys, dedicated to you guys. The only one that I messed up was Dylan. And in the first iteration, I didn't include two time, but she's in it now. But nonetheless, that was a good story. Definitely had a good twist. It was a bit of a stretch leading up to it, but it was good. Long winded. And I think we could, Jade Green, the author, I think she could cut out all the cooking. She wasn't cooking though. Get it? She wasn't cooking. Anyways, but like if you cut all the cooking and like 70% of the fishing portion and just make it a, a more condensed story, I think it would have been a much better story, much infinitely better story. I wonder if they have like abridged or abbreviated stories. Random story, famous. Top. Oh, wait. Creepypasta ranks their stories, by the way. Yeah, the whole cooking section wasn't really necessary. Yeah, it adds nothing to the story. Like, it doesn't. It just. Maybe. Do they get paid by the word? But it's just that all the cooking sections, they're confusing and they add nothing to the story. You could literally delete them and nothing is lost. But you still have to check out the Backrooms by Kane Pixel on your own time or on stream next time. Would be cool. Yeah, I would like that. I would love to check out the Backrooms. And if it's a game, I'd like to play it. I wish I had the time to play those games. Maybe it's like choose your own adventure kind of thing, where you go around the liminal spaces and confront the aliens and fight the monsters. That would be awesome. I would enjoy playing something like that if I had the time. But most of my day is comprised of, taking care of the dogs, working all day, and then I live stream. Mind you, live streaming, it's beneficial because I get to make, acquaintances, I get to make friends and talk to you guys all night. But like I do it for the love of the game. I think that's all of us, right? Fight monsters. We could. I could get like a really cool sword and fight the monsters. By the way, I don't know if I think I mentioned it. Creepypasta ranks their stories. There's one that says top ranked. Boo. What is this? It screams when it doesn't whisper. Let's I want to read the preview. The title is It Screams When It Doesn't Whisper. And it's written by Simon B. Eltsborn. No idea who that is, but I wonder if there's like a short synopsis. Estimated reading time is 28 minutes to read that? Nah, homie. Nah, we're not reading. 18 minutes turned into like an hour and 30 minutes. Wow. Well, what is it? What is it like? Is it speed reading? You speed I don't know. But anyways, guys, it's time. It's time to call it a night. It's already midnight, and nothing good happens after midnight. I'm gonna take my wishbone and go to bed. Well, gee, let's go speed dating. Yo, there's 19 likes on the live stream. Brain too slow. That's me. My brain is way too slow. Um, Go ahead and cut that out. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. All right. Everybody, enjoy your night. Diagrams is having a movie. Oh yeah, let's go. A24 is making it, I believe. Then, oh, good night, Vicky. Good night, 666. Michelle, good night. Sun 8, good night to you. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. In my fifth grade reading comprehension. It's 4 p.m. Dang, it's late. It's really late. All right. Well, guys, enjoy the rest of your night and sleep well. And if you hear, don't open the door. Right. See ya. It's 1:06 here. Oh dang, it's still kind of late. Yeah, that is pretty late. Let's all get some rest. All right, guys. Everybody get some sleep. All right. Bye.